Macabre verse of madness.
Oh, ahoy there, laddies! It is I, Captain Macabre, still navigating the seas, looking to invite beautiful big-breasted women in bikini to the SS Juacitos. Oh, goodness gracious, a good time is had in my big-ass yacht. We have good music, we have booze, and the best food that you can buy after spending all your money on a big-ass yacht and maintaining it with fuel and food and booze. But it's a party all around. Party! Party! You can stop this party! None can stop the party! Party! Yes, indeed! And I am back here to regale you with another seafaring story. In the travels of the sea, it gets a little bit lonely while you're picking up hot big blue babes in bikinis. So you sit on your boat and you pop in a movie, DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. We don't get internet here, so no streaming in the SS Juacitos. So you watch a movie and you have a good time, spending the hours away as you're navigating to the next port. So what story will I bring you this time around? Well, laddies and lassies and everything else, this story is brought to us by the fine, entertaining people at the asylum. Oh, goodness gracious, that's a name that either makes people laugh and smile with joy, or be like, the asylum, that's a piece of shit. But whatever, I am a defender and supporter of the asylum. Yes, indeed, from their modern Exorcist movie that looks very cool to their earlier stuff when they were pumping out movies for sci-fi. Even when they started to stupidly change their name to sci-fi. That's a very stupid name change, I must say. Sci-fi sounds like something you would catch by picking up the wrong kind of people on your sea travels. But they did release a lot of movies, and they did release a huge amount of seafaring movies, either creatures from the sea or mutations of the poor bastard creatures by man's disgusting whim and disregard for nature. So terrible. And in this occasion, that is what we'll see, for I will share with you Mega Piranha! Yum, 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 yum. Yes, indeed, if you think a great white is scary, you're right. Great whites are fucking scary. But imagine smaller little fishes that gang up on you with little nibbles. They don't eat you outright fast away, but their feeding frenzy's nibbling you and they're basically eating you alive. It's truly horrifying to imagine. Now imagine those little fuckers in a bigger scale as they are growing in size. Oh, truly terrifying. And that's what we have here. This movie was supposed to cash in to the Piranha 3D release, but Piranha 3D got delayed. And this movie came out on sci-fi with, I believe, a limited theater run in certain locations. So they came out, but it couldn't cash in on Piranha 3D. This came out before that. Imagine everyone's surprise at, trying to bank on something that didn't release, and you beat them to the punch. But this movie is loved or hated by people. The story revolves around starting with a group of politicos living it up as Captain Macabre does, biting the hot, big-boobed ladies in bikinis to their boat. Their boat is small and pathetic, but it's an asylum movie, so it reflects the budget. But it's a very small boat in this, whereas my yacht is huge. I'm not overcompensating for anything, mind you. I just had the money, and I went big. Probably a little bigger than I should have, because the upkeep on SS Juacitos is a bit of a pain in the ass. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So it starts with these politicos having their party. You can stop this party. None can stop the party. And they are attacked by the piranhas. They are still small piranhas, but they are eaten up. The governments are believing that it was an assassination attempt, which succeeded. And they are trying to figure out who was the culprit. So they send their top guy to investigate. Once he gets there, he is intercepted by this group of scientists that are trying to tell him that a species that they were experimenting on, what they believe was destroyed, might have actually survived and multiplied. But the soldier guy's like, away with you, big brain nerds. I have no time to speak to you. I must get to the bottom of this. So he goes to the colonel of the country, who is a very shady. He's the human antagonist. He's trying to cover something up. And it is revealed that the whole thing is that they were experimenting on piranhas as a bioweapon. And I never quite understood that. Why would you fuck with nature and try to create something new that you can't possibly hope to control? Seriously, are people stupid? Well, they are in these type of movies. Especially government people that think that they can create a chimera monster and somehow control it. You end up creating a worse enemy than the one you're trying to defeat. But again, neither here nor there. So the military guy eventually goes to the scientist after encountering one of the piranhas, your larger than average piranha. And he's like, okay, scientist, I brought you this thing. The fuck is this? And the scientists are like, well, you see, we were trying to make a bioweapon, and we were like, well, piranhas, you know, those flesh-eating fuckers, let's make something like that more dangerous. And they succeeded, with the added side effect that it's starting to mutate, creating new organs that allow the piranhas to probably exist outside of the water. And they're growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And the military guy went, oh, shit. Just another day at the office for me, motherfuckers. So, he teams up with the scientists and he's trying to destroy the piranhas while the colonel from this country is trying to destroy everything and cover everything up. Even though at this point everyone knows that the piranhas are a thing, so I don't know. And it ends in an epic battle when they're trying to stop this big motherfucking piranha that had reached the size of a shark. So, yes, like a lot of these type of movies, always trying to one-up Jaws. They won't spoil the ending, but it's a good movie, in my opinion. But again, I am a stout defender of the Asylum. I know that a lot of people don't like the Asylum. They think that their acting is garbage, their effects are horrible, but to Captain Macabre, it just adds that extra little bit of charm that I enjoy. I grew up watching, back in my land-loving days, a lot of terrible movies on TV and some really good movies. So I developed a personal, nostalgic charm to watching a piece of shit movie. As long as there's passion or at least an attempt to entertain. There are admittedly a lot of movies that are just horrible cash-ins and or completely inept that are truly terrible. But the Asylum things, the early ones, and some random movies here and there are enjoyable to me. Your mileage, of course, may vary. But let me know if you have seen Mega Piranha. Read it in the comments once I get to port and I'm able to get internet service down in the sea. Oh, the sea is nice and calm, which again why you have to pop in your physical media, because we don't get internet in the sea. When, you know, you are picking up hot babes with the big boobs and bikinis, of course, you don't worry about stuff like that. No, there are other ways to entertain yourself in the sea. Yes, the motion in the ocean is a lot of fun sometimes. Oh, good times. Oh, sorry about that. Again, my mind wanders in the oceans of me mind. So I recommend Mega Piranha. You should give it a watch. for sure. I don't know what other tale of the sea I will regale you with next time, but I'm sure it will be something very entertaining to me. Again, you might not enjoy it as much, but until I see you all again on my next landing of the port, this has been Captain Macabre, wishing you safe travels on your seafaring adventures, and always hunt for that perfect pair of boobies. I really should get some binoculars. I only see one boob at a time, whereas with binoculars I can see two at a time. Should really look into that.
Like, share, and subscribe.